I am now notifying people that the Zoom is open.
The Zoom really do be open though.
It do be open though.
It really do be open though.
It really do be open though.
It really do be open.
How are y'all? I can't ask the audience how they're doing because they're not here yet.
I'm not like randomly bursting into tears anymore. Things are getting better.
Steve unfortunately couldn't make it because he has an econ test.
Steve can't come.
Joe Biden.
So everybody, let's send some good vibes to Steve so that he can pass his econ test.
An econ test? Is he a grown man?
Yeah.
Anyone can be in college though.
Yeah. Never too late to go back.
Even the president?
His wife works at Nova.
Joe Biden's a professor.
Are you talking about Joe Biden, Joe Biden, or Steve?
Are you talking about the real Joe Biden or a guy named Joe Biden?
Joe Biden. His wife works at Nova. She is a professor at Nova.
Joe and Jill.
If I was Jill Biden, I'd come to see this show.
I have a song stuck in my head.
If you start singing, I swear.
My favorite hobby is annoying Actor One.
I know how you love musicals, Actor One. So
Yeah.
I've actually been preparing a little something for you.
Silence. No.
Flying gravity. I'm flying.
I'm 5'7" and I'm loyalty.
No,
I was a girl in the village
Doing all right. Then I became
a princess overnight.
overnight.
Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn.
Actor One, what's in your bottle today?
I'm a method actor, so I have to drink.
You're not
You still don't know what method acting is.
Yes, I do.
And I feel like
This is what Jared Leto does.
Jared Leto was me in middle school.
Middle school, I sang a song by McDonald's.
I have coffee, so
I have pickled chips, and I'm proud of it.
your connection is so poor. You're poor.
I don't think
We've all
anyone's
discussed this. We are all poor.
If you're not poor, you haven't lived yet.
I don't read books. I only read plays.
Oh, you do theater? Name every play.
A Raisin in the Sun. Raise the Roof. Othello. Fun Home. The Effect of Gamma Rays on Man on the Moon Marigolds. Spring Awakening. Dear Evan Hansen. All of them. That's all the plays. Joshua, why are you so suspicious?
Josh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse.
What do you even mean?
What do you need a helmet for?
Yo,
All that
is that
murder?
a Star Wars hat?
I wear this all the time. I'm gonna go shoot some TIE fighters.
I'm more of a Star Trek guy. I'm sorry.
One day you'll see the light.
Actor One, do you want this chip?
I don't want anything else from you.
What's up, Agent? Performance right now.
Someone take away Actor Three's rights.
Life is like deodorant. Performance is starting in 15
Not
minutes.
his rights, just his mic.
Life is like a necklace your mom gave you that you broke by accident.
And his kneecaps.
Life is like a Chick-fil-A card that you never used. I got you. All right. Thanks, Agent. Life is like a face mask. You could easily take it off.
Could you stop for 1 second?
No one cares that my toe hurts.
That's life.
I'm a little white boy. We need a backstory.
A black story. I got you. Okay. First off, it's February.
What they said.
Black History Month.
Not what he said.
No,
Not what he
I
said.
would interrupt you, but it is Black History Month.
Why? Actually, I have a real question about that. Why is Black History Month on the shortest month of the year?
Whoa, a jester. Do a little dance.
Hey friends, I know why Black History Month is in February.
Why?
Well, the week was chosen because it coincides with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th and Frederick Douglass February 20th, both of which dates Black communities had celebrated together since the late 19th century. That's just all me, not Google.
Captain, my captain. You all don't even get the reference, do you?
I don't, but I'll go along with it.
I hope everyone does that on my last day as a teacher.
Something you missed that's very important. I stubbed my toe and no one cared.
I would like everyone to know that it took me until just now to realize that I was on the wrong page in my script.
Okay, great. Anybody else having troubles? We all have our solutions found. Yay, especially Empress Nani, the most important person here. Get it? Because she's an empress. All right. Wonderful. Well, without further ado, enjoy the show.
Actor 1.
Sorry, yes.
Would you care to welcome our dedicated
Let's read your lines.
spectators, our dedicated theater goers, attending our mere staged reading during a time when there is no fudging theater.
Did you just say fudging? You still in a pissy mood from last week?
Say something.
I concur. I think that you should say something.
Knock, knock.
Actor 4, would you please explain our show?
If they are truly theater goers, they don't need an explanation. It's their fault for missing the fine theater of our first 2 shows.
Shows? Don't you mean episodes?
We will not be like television.
Welcome to the Death of Theater, 100 years of sad plays crammed into less than 100 sad minutes. A piece of theater about the death of theater. A collage of the great American playwrights and everything we've done.
Avoid the disappearance of our audiences. By the way, speaking of our audience, why don't you guys donate to our starving playwright right now? Their PayPal is dannysnyder@gmail.com, or you could also use their Venmo, which is Danny-Schneider. It'll be in the chat below.
The links are in the chat. Please donate. We are so poor. And now, for a recap of last week's episode.
Go.
All right. Previously on the Death of Theater.
We have 30 seconds. I'm starting the clock.
Show us your cats.
Actor 3 is a bully, and they were roommates.
Stage manager. Oh, my sons. I'm Lee.
No, I'm Lee.
And I'm Austin.
Theater life.
I think you're an idiot and you should die.
Damn it.
I'm Dane. This is the Death of Theater. Welcome, and now would be time right now. Time. Don't forget, you can use the Zoom chat function if you're watching this performance during its live recording on Zoom, or the YouTube chat function if you're watching this performance during its live premiere on YouTube, or use the comment on our YouTube videos page if you're watching this performance after it has been uploaded to YouTube.
Or you can deactivate all your accounts after clicking on that ad for that baseball bat. Buy a compass too while you're at it. Oh, and stock up for the zombie apocalypse. Much better use of your time.
Actor 1.
Just riling you up, getting you in character. Remember last week? You were distressed, out of breath. All the world's a stage.
Ain't you the one always saying, stick to the script?
Wait, but why did you say that?
What?
All the world's a stage? You said that.
All the world's a stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but why did you say that?
Damn, what's y'all's issue with Shakespeare?
Hey, I'm just saying, look, first off, I ain't got a problem with Shakespeare, but I just don't understand why everyone always has to be doing Shakespeare. Like, seriously, as a paid actor myself, I feel like roles I can only get paid for are like Romeo and Juliet in space or Othello underwater. Like, seriously, what Yale graduate mouth breather has the nerve to seriously make Ophelia a mermaid? Like, what? What?
You mean Desdemona?
Oh, yeah, Desdemona.
We get the point.
But why? Just say that.
I mean, admit it, right? Because the theater, it ain't just dying. The whole world is dying. You gotta admit that.
All right, I admit it. We're dying. Not just our careers. You and me are dying. They are dying. Because without plays, who's going to tell them how to act out their bullshit lives? Sorry, spectators. It's true. I don't have a real story, and I don't care to pretend like I do. I'd rather just pretend others' real stories.
Real?
Real. As in really actually interesting. Without acting, I'm dead. Them. They need some story to something to create the appearance of a meaningful life, to reassure themselves. Without us, who's going to give them that story, that something that they can use, practice, and perform to give themselves the impression that they exist? YouTube?
Maybe YouTube.
I don't know if I got all that.
See, I can't write this down. I've never been totally comfortable with improvising. Just give me the lines. Just tell me what to do.
Just tell me what to do.
I don't want realism. I want magic. Yes, magic. I try to give that to people and misrepresent things to them. I don't tell the truth. I tell what ought to be the truth. And if that's sinful, then let me be damned for it.
I was good. But those were not your words.
Shut up.
Chapter 1 was quoting Tennessee Williams, A Streetcar Named Desire.
Shut up.
All right, but here's out to be the truth. Seriously,
I'm sticking to Williams.
there's always some live to love, and if you ain't learned that, then you ain't learned nothing at all. But when do you think it's time to love someone? When they done good and made things easy for everybody? Well then, you ain't learned nothing, because that ain't the time at all. But it's when
He's at his lowest, and he can't believe in himself because the world has done whipped him so. When he starts measuring somebody, measure him right. Measure him right. Make sure you've done taken into account what hills and valleys he come through before he got to wherever he is.
So, is this what we're doing now? We're sharing parts? Like, what the hell?
Sorry.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers.
But here's out to be the truth. All right, the actual
His
truth is,
beauty is passing, a transitory possession.
time isn't a circle. It is simply a long line in geometry. You know, the one that reaches into infinity.
But beauty of the mind, richness of the spirit, tenderness of the heart, I have all these things. They aren't taken away, but grow.
And because we cannot see the end, we cannot see how it changes.
They increase within the years.
And it is very odd for those who see the changes, who dream, who will not give up, are called idealists. But those who only see the circle, they are called realists.
I see what you're doing here.
What am I doing?
I was playing a woman about to be entered into a mental institution, and you were playing a man about to go back to his homeland.
His homeland was Nigeria.
Yes, Nigeria, and fight for independence from colonial rule.
Man, I actually thought I'd get you there.
You didn't think I'd know a raisin in the sun?
Mhm.
Williams changed everything, and I'm not you.
I mean, Eugene O'Neill changed everything. I mean, when he wrote that one play, I think we might even
Yeah,
do it.
but then so did Williams.
Well, and Arthur Miller. I especially like that one.
Okay, yeah. O'Neill saved the theater, then Miller saved the theater, then Williams saved the theater.
So are we going to be doing a Miller play then, or?
Of course.
Why didn't we do Miller first?
Not like we've been exactly sticking to the script.
You could say Lorraine Hansberry saved the theater too.
Yes, we know.
No, not saved. Saved isn't really the right word. All these plays are like chemotherapy. No, not chemotherapy. More like painkillers. More like, yeah, painkillers.
I was just saying that Williams made poetry commercial again, you know?
But then he sold out to Hollywood like they all do.
Actor 3. Don't lie. I know you ain't never seen a streetcar named Desire on stage. Oh, and you love Marlon Brando. You love that sweaty, downcast, shivery stare.
Stop it. Stop it. Actually, keep going. Yeah.
You love how that camera gets so close up in on him that you can smell his chewing gum and the alcohol on his white t-shirt.
Oh, I love it.
It's a nice attempt to save yourself.
Hashtag recovery fail.
I think almost every play in the show has been made into film, so get over it, you hippie.
Hippie.
Hey, Actor 1, I know you're just upset about everything that's been going on recently.
I'm fine.
What, are you gonna start crying again? Because I don't know if I can emotionally.
I'm not crying.
Maybe a new superhero playwright will come along and really save
I'm
the
not
day this
upset
time.
about that.
Then what are you upset about?
Nothing, I'm just lost.
Yeah, me too. I'm a little bit confused as to what's happening to me.
No, I
honestly.
don't know what page we're on.
Oh, page 57, Angels in America.
Part 2, Act 1, Scene 1.
Greetings, prophet. The great work begins. The messenger has arrived.
Maybe Mamet was right. Right.
Greetings, prophet. The great work begins. The messenger has arrived.
Maybe the theater is like a temple and a forum, a place to celebrate life and to discuss life. Maybe half like Mamet. Sorry, continue.
Greetings, prophet. The great work begins. The messenger has arrived. I am the bird of America, the bald eagle, continental principality. I unfold my leaves, bright steel in salutation, opened sharp before you, Prior Walter, long descended, well prepared.
I am not prepared. I am not prepared for anything. I have lots to do.
American prophet, tonight you become American. I, the pierce of dark, American heart, oh halts but truth. The true great vocalist, the knowing mind, the tongue of the land.
Oh, you're scaring the shit out of me. Please get out of my room. Oh, please.
Heaven here reaches down to disaster, and in touching you, touches all of earth. God split the world in two and made you human beings, genitals, female, male. In creating you, our Father, lover, unleashed sleeping creation's potential for change. In you, the virus of time began. And you imagine, migrate, explore. And when you do, paradise itself shivers and splits. Progress, movement, shaking him. He began to leave us, bored with his angels, bewitched by humanity. In mortifying imitation of you, his least creation, he would sail off on voyages no knowing where, the king of the universe. Abandoned. And did not return. Towards what are we progressing? Before life on Earth becomes finally nearly impossible, it will, for a long time before, will have become completely unbearable. You have driven him away. You must stop moving.
Stop moving?
You cannot understand. You can only destroy. You do not advance. You can only tremble.
If you cannot find your own heart's desire in your backyard,
you never lost it to begin with. Turn back, undo, until he returns again.
I am not a prophet. Stop moving. I want you to go away. I am tired to death of being done to, walked out on, infected, effed over, and now tortured by some mixed up, irresponsible angel. Leave me alone.
You cannot outrun your occupation. You know me, prophet. Your battered heart bleeding life into the universe of wounds in your blood. Stasis. The end.
Maybe I am a prophet, not just me. All of us who are dying now. Maybe we've caught the virus of prophecy. Be still. Toil no more. Maybe the world really has driven God from heaven and cured the angel's wrath. What are you doing?
We accept donations via PayPal and Venmo.
Sir, for? What are you doing?
You want to get paid for theater? Like, really paid?
Like, really paid?
Like surviving off of one part-time waiter job and acting, you know?
Well, yeah.
Then don't stop him. This is what we got to be doing now.
Like, right now?
Correction. This is what we've been doing, yo. This is new. Reminding spectators of the 20 different ways they can give the theater money, even after they've just bought a ticket. This isn't new. This started long before the Rona. Offerings? No one's gonna offer unless you act. Act.
We can't just stop. We're not rocks. Progress, migration, motion is modernity. It's animate. It's what living things do. We desire, even if all we desire is stillness. It is still desired for. Even if we go faster than we should. Wait for what? God? If he did, if he ever did come back, if he ever dared to show his face or whatever in the garden again, if after all this destruction, if after all the terrible days of this terrible century, he returned to see how much suffering his abandonment had created, if all he has to offer is death, then you should sue the bastard. That's my only contribution to this theology. Sue the bastard for walking out. How dare he?
Thus spoke the prophet. This is the tomb of immobility. Stain heaven and don't return to life. Suffer no more. You choose.
I still want my blessing. I want to be alive.
You only think you do. Life is habit with you. You haven't seen what is to come. We have. We are failing. The earth and the angels. Oh, who asks of the order's blessing with an apocalypse descending? Who demands more life when death, like a protector, blinds our eyes, shielding from tender nerve more horror than can be borne?
But still, bless me anyway. I want more life. I can't help myself. I do. Death usually has to take life away. I don't know if that's the animal. I don't know if it's not braver to die. I recognize the habit, the addiction to being alive, but still, bless me anyway. I want more life. How much do you think we made?
Like
We're
$9.
hoping enough for dinner. I have only eaten breakfast today.
Whoa.
I
hoping
love
enough.
this play. I want to do the whole thing.
7 hours long.
It's a spectacle. It's totally different, like a new language. It's poetic. It's ridiculous, fragile, overtly political, sentimental, and brave.
Theater should be epic, gigantic, operatic, outrageous, astonishing in language, storytelling, visual and audio effects, everything. We need more astonishing plays right now. A time when theater must redefine itself if it is to survive in competition with other media, with all speed and invention, with all technology. Maybe our plays need to be faster.
No, I think the world needs to slow down.
You've learned nothing. The world is not going to slow down.
John Lahr.
What?
John Lahr. You were just quoting John Lahr.
Y'all know John Lahr?
Of course. I mean, yeah, he said a lot of that mumbo jumbo like back in the 70s, because I remember him once saying like the 70s was a time for theater to redefine itself. But it's kind of like why don't I just show you instead?
Actor 1. You have learned nothing. Suffer no more. The theater is doomed.
Fine. If that's what you want, let's see it. Let's see next week's sneak peek preview, shall we? The episode where I stop pretending. The most boring bit of theater you all will ever see. Where I suffer no more for the sake of entertaining you all, whoever you are on the other side of this dumb screen.
I mean, yo, Actor 1, I didn't mean it like that. I just
Oh, how I wish the sweat from my forehead could fling into your lazy eyeballs. Are you even there? Go on, Actor 3. On the next episode of The Death of Theater. Oh, the accumulation of our damnation. Where the moral of the story is that we need never learn anything ever again, because we need not redefine anything ever again after 3.
Okay. That was pretty weird. On the next episode of The Death of Theater.
Stocks, money.
I'm Biff. I'm a dime a dozen.
Extra, extra, read all about it. I'm Mark Ravenhill. I'm British.
Drink.
I'm Lincoln.
No, I'm Lincoln.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Ah, feelings.
Drink.
Drink. It's time. It's time. No more.
Yeah, so The Death of Theater, episode 4, it's March 25th, that's 7 p.m. Make sure to be there, I guess. I don't know. That was pretty weird.
We're still accepting donations.